Hey, what's up guys? This is Trenchy back here to bring you another video, and this time we are going to be doing a special video requested by Junebug Films and defending Gone with the Wind. I'll leave a link down below to Junebug's channel. He's a cool dude, makes some really good content. And yeah, he's very smart at what he does. He considers himself a film history buff, which he is, well, kind of an expert, I guess he considers himself as, and he knows his shit, so yeah, check him out. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Gone with the Wind. Now, recently, Gone with the Wind, well, not too recently, but it was taken off HBO Max because it was claimed to be racist. I don't know if they put it back on HBO Max. I know they put it on Netflix with a warning attached to it. But yeah, I do not think the movie Gone with the Wind is a racist movie. I don't think its intent is to be racist. May it have some racist things in it? Well, it does have slaves. But you gotta understand, it took place during the Civil War. So, of course, they're in the South. In the Deep South, there's gonna be some slavery going on. That's just historically accurate. Um, Look at 12 Years a Slave. People love that movie. That has slaves in it. Um, there's a lot of movies that have older movies or even newer movies that have slaves in them. That slavery is happening. The Help, well, The Help's not really slavery, but it's the movie has a lot of racism in it, but the movie's actually showing about helping against the racism. Now, in Gone with the Wind's core, it's about this girl named Scarlett, who is kind of playing these two guys, juggling these two guys that she's in love with, all during the backdrop of the Civil War. That's what the movie's mainly about. It is not about slavery. Now, is there things that could offend African Americans? Um, Probably yes. I am not of that race, so I can't tell you what not to be offended by. Um, I can't tell you not to be offended by what's in the movie because I'm not your skin color. I don't know your experiences. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what's triggering you. So I can't say that. But I can say, just don't watch the fucking movie. Do not try to ban it, man. Don't try to erase history. Because Gone with the Wind is history. The movie was made in 1939. Takes place during the Civil War. Um, Slavery is history. That happened. We can't get rid of that happening. Can we learn from it, advance from it? Yes, but we can't eliminate that it happened. We can't forget about it because if we forget, it'll be so easy just to revert back into that. We should learn from history. Um, Junebug wanted me to mention that Clark Gable, the actor who I believe he played the guy that says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." He played that guy. The second love interest, who she keeps running into throughout the film. Um, he would not stand for racism on set. Now I don't know much about that, but I take June's word on it. He said a whole bunch more about it in his video. Check it out. I'll be leaving a link to his channel, so check out his original video. But what I want to say is, if we try to eliminate history or anything that makes us uncomfortable, any art, film, book, whatever that makes us uncomfortable, any part of history, we are no better than Nazi Germany. We are no better than uh, dictatorship Italy. We are no better than Soviet Russia. We are no better than communist China. We are no better than North Korea. We are no better than any of those dictator states. because we are practically doing the same thing. We are trying to keep the narrative the way we want the narrative to go and erasing facts and erasing hardships that should never be erased. If you don't like Gone with the Wind, don't fucking watch it. Don't try to erase it. I know Netflix apparently brought it back on with a warning. Fine. If you have to put a warning in front of it so people won't get triggered, fine. I can't tell you not to be offended by the movie. I will say the movie itself, I don't think is racist. I don't think you should call the movie racist. Does it have racist elements? Well, it does have slaves in it, so. And servants, African American servants. I will say this: Hattie McDaniel's character, um, is probably more beloved than the Scarlet character. She's probably more interesting. I've heard more people who have said they prefer her and actually have modeled after her. I've actually heard a YouTuber say she has modeled herself after Hattie McDaniel. You know who you are. Um, and yeah, I will say that that was proud that she won an Emmy, and I'll say that to this day she is probably not only one of the strongest African American uh, characters in film, but she is one of the strongest female characters in film. Um, that's something I want to say because to this day her performance is amazing. So even with the fact that they're slaves and that the characters are still strong, there are still some strong characters, and there's still some positive in it. And again, I don't think Gone with the Wind is a racist movie, and the whole movie's not messed up. It just happens to have slaves in it. You know, it just happens to have that one thing that will trigger people. But if you look at other movies like that, you got Dumbo from 1940. Nobody talks about Dumbo, but Dumbo has not only the crows, but there's a scene where they're putting up the circus, and they show the elephants a lot in the scene, but which probably takes your mind out of it. But if you look at it, there is a bunch of African Americans hammering away all night at the circus and putting the circus up, and they're singing. The African Americans are the ones that are singing, and they literally say, "Put that up, you dirty ape," or "Put that up, you hairy ape." They literally call themselves an ape. Um, don't believe me? Look up the like putting up the circus song in Dumbo and really pay attention. Um, and nobody talks about that scene. They talk about the crows, but they don't talk about that scene in Dumbo. And I don't think anybody would argue that Dumbo is a racist movie. That Dumbo is of ill intent, like they're trying to say with Gone with the Wind. Um, I don't think anybody would ever argue that, even though it does have some racist parts in it. Um, like I said before, Gone with the Wind is not intended to be racist. It's a love story at its heart. It's a love. It's kind of a love epic. It's an epic love story that spans years and has a lot of stuff that happens in it. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna say this again. If you don't want to watch What Gone with the Wind because you're not comfortable with what's in it, fine. You have the right to do that. But do not try to ban it. It's a part of history. It's a great movie. It deserves all the awards it's got. It deserves its status as a cult classic. You can't take that away from it. You can't try to eliminate it from our history. You can't try to eliminate it from existing. Stop. Just don't watch it and go on with your lives. You don't have to try to do this. Let it be available for the masses so they can enjoy it and learn from it and all this. And even if you're worried about it being racist, talk about it with people. Have conversations. Have calm conversations, with your kids, with teenagers, with whoever. Have conversations about it. Talk about it. Learn from it. Because in the end, I think there's a lot we can learn from this movie. This is a very good, smart movie. And in the end, it's not fucking racist. Maybe has some racist elements that would trigger people, but in the end, it's not fucking racist. Just don't watch it if you don't like it. Get the fuck over it. That's all I gotta say about this subject. if you would like to make a video defending Gone with the Wind or talking about what you love about Gone with the Wind, if you are a Gone with the Wind fan, I encourage you to do. I don't think we're going to be able to change anything, but maybe we can change a few people's minds and maybe get some people to open up about it and start a conversation. So, and that's all I hope to do here. Again, this was started by Junebug Films, so if you do make a video, say Junebug Films started it. Also, I would like to try to spread around a hashtag that was kind of started by Junebug Films called "Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn." Um, it's the famous line from the movie, so if we could spread that hashtag around, that'd be great. If you guys could make a video and incorporate the hashtag, that would be great. Only if you want to. And yeah, this is Pour Down with the Wind, man. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay frosty. This is Trenchy signing off. Beep boop boop.